From bustling cities to rural villages, safe sanitation is the silent guardian of our health and prosperity. It is the bedrock of thriving communities, empowers families, and secures a sustainable future. At Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company, we are on a mission to make it a reality for all. We believe sanitation is a fundamental human right, not a privilege.
My name is Engineer Michael Ogol. I'm the Managing Director for Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company, which is a water service provider licensed by WASREP to provide water and sanitation services within Kakamega County. And we are an agency under the Ministry of Water and Sanitation, Kakamega County. We operate about 9 water schemes spread around the Kakamega County, and our main office is in Kakamega town, but we have other satellite offices where we operate, like in Kakamega we have Mumias, Chitoli, Shinyalo, Muranda, we have Lumakanda, Kipkaren, Malava, Butere. So in these areas we have area manager and scheme managers who assist us to deliver services to the people of Kakamega County. Now we serve closely 500,000 customers, and these are done through domestic connections, through multi-unit connections, through water kiosk, and some we serve them through community-based water taps. And in sanitation, we provide services, especially we have seaward sanitation in Kakamega and in Mumias. And also we serve other people through sanitation exhauster. And this is to assist those who perhaps have septic tanks and the septic tanks is full to the capacity. They can be able to get our exhauster services for conventional treatment process.
Despite implementing advanced wastewater treatment plants, water-efficient toilets, and robust recycling programs, the lack of adequate sanitation infrastructure remains a critical challenge. This poses significant risks to public health and the environment. We believe continued investment, innovation, and collaboration are key to overcoming this obstacle and achieving universal access to safe sanitation.
Currently, our sanitation coverage is above 98%, and our seaward sanitation is about 14%. We have a number of projects that we are trying to implement to ensure that we enhance our sanitation coverage. And among the projects that we have is one, the construction of a decentralized treatment facility in Ahega. That is one of our schemes. We also want to do sufficient toilets, about 200 in Ahega. And these projects are supported by Water Sector Trust Fund. We have already received an award of about 20 million Kenya shillings to be able to facilitate these projects. Again, we are working closely with the Waterworks Development Agency, that is Lake Victoria North, having plans to construct a sewerage treatment facility in Mumias. A land has already been identified in sites of Matao. And in Kakamega, also, we have a big challenge of sewerage treatment. We are currently partnering with the county government of Kakamega through the Ministry of Water and Sanitation to rehabilitate Nabongo sewerage pond, where we want to do a decentralized treatment facility, and the contractor has already been awarded that work. We understand that one of the challenges for sewer is the network. We have limited network. So in Kakamega, we are being supported by national government through KACWASCO project to do some line extension, especially in Amalemba and in town scheme, where more people will be able to connect to the sewer. Allow me just to mention some of the challenges related to sewer that we will request our partners and support entities to work together with us to resolve. One is limited sewer network. As I mentioned in Mumias, the sewer line is very limited, so we need an extension. In Kakamega, we have a problem with the frequent sewer blockages. The lines which were done so many years ago, and it is the same lines that are being used sometimes to convey and dispose storm water, especially the buildings in town. Most of the buildings in town, they illegally connected to our sewer lines. So when it is raining, you find there's a lot of water being discharged into our sewer lines, and therefore they causes a lot of burst to our sewer network. So we are looking at a way in which there should be a proper planning in the town so that the stormwater and the rainwater cannot be combined with the sewer lines. And therefore, if we can be able to have a collaboration in which this can be sorted out, we can appreciate. And then again, you find most of the hotels and commercial entities, they don't really do preliminary treatment of their wastewater. So you find there's a lot of fats which are connected and discharged into the sewer line. And we know these fats and oil affect the biological treatment process of our wastewater. So we call upon those having hotels, those having commercial entities to ensure that they do preliminary treatment of their wastewater before discharging into our manholes. The third challenge we have is theft of our manhole covers, all the scrap metals. You have, for the recent past, we've seen incidences where most of our manhole covers are vandalized and are stolen and sold to the scrap metal dealers. We call upon the police and the public at large to report such cases so that the culprits can be dealt with properly.
The sanitation value chain encompasses capture, containment, emptying and transport, treatment and safe disposal. Preceding the value chain is the water and water treatment process. Water forms an integral resource in the whole sanitation value chain. At KACWASCO, we are committed to providing clean, safe and quality water to the residents of Kakamega County. We have a dedicated quality assurance team that rigorously monitors our wastewater treatment process. This ensures only safe effluents are released back into the environment, minimizing any potential risks.
Basically what we do is we sample the influent, make sure that it abides by the required standards. Each and every treatment plant has a maximum allowable capacity or quality of influent that it's supposed to take. We also monitor the processes as the treatment plant goes on. We also ensure that the effluent, that is the water that comes out of the treatment plant, is of good quality, that is safe to dispose back to the environment. We normally do this test twice a month, and there are those that we monitor each and every day, depending on the nature of what we get at the influent. For example, if we get oil and grease, we have to go in and do it almost immediately because the process is 100% biological.
Sewerage treatment comes in along the sanitation value chain. The sanitation refuse ought to be collected, treated, and safely disposed of. At KACWASCO, we are committed to building and maintaining this critical system, ensuring every step is undertaken with the highest standards of professionalism.
I am Mondo Nicholas, a wastewater officer in charge of Kakamega area. Here is Shirere wastewater treatment plant. We get our wastewater from domestic. We are covering Kakamega town, Amalemba, Mudiri, Otiende, Amalemba scheme, and part of Mulimani. So from the start, we start from the primary treatment, where we do the screening. We have screen. The purpose of the screen is to hold the solid waste. Those solid waste, we remove it. We dry to our drying basin. After that, we normally put in our incinerator for burning. The second point, we have a grit chamber. Grit chamber is where we hold our silt. We don't allow our silt to go to our ponds. So here we normally do the desilting. From desilting, from the grit chamber, we have a segmentation pond where the segment and the sludge settle. After some time, we remove the sludge. We put it in our drying basin. After drying it, we sell to our farmers like a manure. Another point, we have a aeration point. Aeration point is where the oxygen is added to wastewater, and also the manganese is removed. So there also we remove the smell that is found in the wastewater. A third point, where we have the anaerobic pond. We are adding oxygen, and also there is an anaerobic process that is taking place. And this pond is very, very large in size. After the anaerobic pond, we have a facultative pond. Facultative pond is where the pathogen that are found in the wastewater is being biograded. After being biograded, it's go to the last pond, which is maturation. Maturation is where we remove the fecal pathogen in the wastewater. So that's our last pond, and our last pond we find that also we are doing fish farming. We find the water is according to the WASREB standard, and also that's where our quality department normally come and also do the sampling. We make sure before this water is released to the water body is within the standard, and we make sure that it does not affect the aquatic animals. So from there, the water passes to the wetland also, where the wetland also acts as a filter. Kakamega, we have never had any incidents of water-related diseases. Now it means that our pond is working effectively.
We believe lasting sanitation solutions require community involvement. By partnering with communities, especially low-income areas, we empower residents to build and maintain their sanitation infrastructure. This fosters a sense of ownership and ensures the system's long-term sustainability.
My name is Caroline Omito, the Proposal Manager of Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company. The company is mandated to provide water and sanitation services to the people living in Kakamega County, but there are those who live in low-income areas within the urban settings that are not able to afford to connect to these services. This is why the company established the Proposal unit. As a unit, we have implemented strategic objectives to ensure that the people living in low-income areas, also known as poor areas, have access to affordable water and improved sanitation services. We have partnered with various stakeholders, including the national government and the county government, to ensure that the people living in low-income areas have access to these important services. As a company, we have a low sewer network coverage. Hence, most of the people living in low-income areas access these sanitation services through on-site facilities. We only have one exhauster, and to efficiently provide services in the low-income areas, we have collaborated and partnered with private exhauster operators and manual pit emptiers to ensure that the waste is safely managed from the on-site facilities.
I'm Ikua Josephine, Proposal Coordinator, Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company. In partnership with WSTF, we were able to do more than 200 sufficient toilets in Mumias, and we're expecting similar project at Shitoli. This WSTF project also led to construction of DTF at Mumias, which helps with on-site sanitation. The county, in conjunction with the national government, has rolled out the Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Program in collaboration with KACWASCO to enable people living in low-income area get access to clean water and safely managed sanitation facilities. The project entails construction of 5 water kiosks at Shibale in Mumias, 100 individual connections at Mujini, also in Mumias. In Kakamega, we are having sewer network extensions at Amalemba and Kabisomali, and we are also targeting to have 60 homesteads connected to sewer in Amalemba and 20 in Kabisomali.
Infrastructure development is one of the company's strategic objectives. We visualize to have proper and adequate sanitation infrastructure in place by 2026. This will require upscaling of the current on-site and off-site infrastructure.
I am Engineer Celsa Shilewa Morejeha, the Technical Manager, Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company. We provide two services, water and sanitation. Under sanitation, we provide both on-site and off-site. For on-site wastewater treatment, we have our sewer network covering Kakamega Town and Mumias Town. In Kakamega Town, we have 2 main wastewater treatment plants. We have the Shirere wastewater treatment plant that is supposed to do 650 meter cube per day. Then you have the Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology wastewater treatment plant that is supposed to treat 300 cubic meters per day. The total demand for wastewater treatment in Kakamega Town is 1,500 meters cubed per day. In Mumias, we have the Campcon wastewater treatment plant that we utilize the central treatment facility that's currently doing 50 cubic meters per day. but the demand for Mumias is roughly 120 cubic meters per day. Currently, the challenge we face in sanitation in Kakamega, our sanitation is that we need to treat about 1,500 cubic meters per day, and we are only treating 950 cubic meters per day. The deficit, we have planned to do a decentralized treatment facility at Nabongo that will be able to treat 50 cubic meters per day. Also, we have got the stalled project of Maraba. The company is trying to make and revive that project. In Mumias, we have a deficit of about 70 cubic meters per day to reach the 120 cubic meters per day. We also plan to do another decentralized treatment facility in Mumias to meet the demand. As KACWASCO, we are calling upon our investment partners to come and partner with us in providing sanitation facilities in our area, especially with the decentralized treatment facilities, construction, and the extension of our sewerage networks.
Strategic partnerships and investments have yielded demonstrably positive results. We have witnessed tangible improvements in public health, environmental sustainability, and economic growth within Kakamega County. KACWASCO remains committed to collaboration. However, there is need of resources in order to ensure financial sustainability of sanitation service provision. There is also need for proper governance measures to promote safely managed sanitation. We welcome partners to join us in driving this crucial change.
I'm Christabel Ashono, the Principal Legal Officer and Board Secretary for Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company. I'm also the Chairperson for Resource Mobilization Committee. Matters sanitation, governance plays a key role. Governance actually is the key drive where sanitation service provision is concerned. And good governance encompasses the policies, structures, systems put in place in order to ensure that sanitation is safely managed. In KACWASCO, we have an elaborate board of directors properly composed and very supportive of the governance agenda where sanitation service provision is concerned. The board of directors has been instrumental in supporting the sanitation agenda. Recently, the board approved the sanitation policy, a policy which aligns to the county sanitation and investment plan. It also marries into the national sanitation policy. This provides a legal framework for internal operations and streamlining of the operations of sanitation service provision in order to ensure that sanitation service provision is properly and safely managed. In addition, for there to be proper governance in sanitation service provision, there has to be enough resources to enable achievement of the strategic objective where infrastructure development is concerned. The company has set up a resource mobilization committee that goes out and reaches out to donors and support partners in order to mobilize for resources to ensure financial sustainability of the company in view of fostering sanitation service provision agenda. Further, governance requires collaboration of the various stakeholders in the sector in view of fostering sanitation service provision. Currently, KACWASCO has donors and support partners, including the Water Sector Trust Fund, who has been instrumental in supporting the company and funding the company, initially in the setting up of the Decentralized Treatment Facility DTF in Mumias, and currently an ongoing project in Chitoli of upscaling the DTF. In addition, or what comes with the DTF project from WSTF are surface and toilets. Currently we have 200 of them, the on-site surface and toilets in Mumias, and we are set to also construct 200 toilets in Chitoli. The Western Kenya Sanitation Project are also key partners, support partners who have worked with us in this sanitation journey. The WKSP has supported us in developing sanitation policies, including the company sanitation policy, the social connection policy, the PROPOA policy. These policies are very key in view of guidance of the operations and involvement of the community in matters sanitation provision. In addition, they helped us to develop the company's business plan, which has elaborate detail and funding allocated on sanitation infrastructure provision.
We want to thank our various stakeholders who have been with us in this journey of sanitation service provision. The donors, support partners, development agencies, national and county governments. They have been with us in this journey for sanitation. As a company, we still need resources in order for us to deliver our sanitation agenda. We therefore welcome all our stakeholders and our support partners on board in order for us to be successful in the sanitation journey.
I want to notify the public and more so investors that in our recent WASREP Impact Report, Kakamega County Water Sanitation Company was recognized as the most improved water company in Kenya. This gives us an opportunity and pride to invite all investors to have confidence in investing in Kakamega County and Sanitation Company because we have demonstrated that there's a much improvement in how we do things, both physical and even financial. Performance of the company has actually improved, and we just invite all the donors, all the support partners to welcome to our company and see what we can do different to enhance service delivery for the people of Kakamega County.
Water is life. Sanitation is dignity. Let's dignify our lives by supporting the sanitation agenda. Thank you.